My name is Emil. I'm a digital strategist and I answer marketing questions. Today's question is about Google Ads bidding strategies for higher education. Specifically from Reddit from Andrew97, what is the best bidding strategy for a Christian higher education campaign? Since the conversion rate is low and the sales cycle is so long, I have trouble believing Google will be able to accurately predict who will actually convert to a lead. Is max clicks a better strategy than max conversions for higher education lead generation campaign? I have run private school campaigns before for a very long time from multiple schools around the country. And this is a common problem in this space. Now, this is the question I want to pose to you. First things, let's consider two things. With clicks, what do we actually get? What we know is the ad copy is working and maybe the targeting is working, but we get that information from there. Clicks don't really tell us enough. And because they don't tell us enough, we're not getting enough data to be educated marketers, in my opinion. This is the problem that I had. And this is just not for higher education. This strategy applies for anything that has low potential volume where, there's a handful of conversions a month, but they're high ticket or just the population isn't big enough to sustain like that, a data-driven attribution modeling. Or it's such a long sales cycle, you may be getting leads all day, but you can't attribute value for months, if not a year or two, which I've done for lawyers. It's a complicated system there. And then if you have just smaller budgets, so the way I've tackled it, and I've had huge success with this, is to reconsider the problem. I think it's a content play all day long. And let me explain what I mean by that. We want to rethink conversions because really what a conversion is just something that's high value or something that indicates to us that's high value that Google can build on. And since we want more than just clicks, we want to build a stair-step trajectory for conversions. And this is what I think I would do with conversions is first, I wouldn't count, the lead would be the maximum one, and we'll call this into the future. We're not worried about that. Right now, what we're worried about is establishing something that we can have Google go out and build models around people who may be interested in what we have. So I don't know your population. I don't know how far out you guys market for this Christian school. But this will work regardless as long as you have a population of above 100,000, 150,000 available to you. So first big conversion that I'd like to optimize for is downloads. So a lot of people who are kicking the tires, looking at options for their kids, looking if this is the right school. If you give them amazing content to download, like the 2022 after school program opportunity or financial aid guidelines or what are tutorial programs look like, or a deep dive into what the first quarter looks like for new students attending school. This is high value documentation, and I can tell you as a parent with a child in private school, this is the thing my wife and I were searching for as we were gauging our options. So a download is something that's easy. I just give you my email, you give me the download. Now I've got an email, building my email list, but I also can now get, dozens, if not hundreds of downloads in a given month, especially gearing up to close to families have to make a decision for school, that I can go and find other people that may be interested in this. So that's the first content / conversion play. The second is video views. So if I go and I have the principal, I have the president of the school, I'll have some students, we'll create some demo reels and some, hey, I'm a student at X school and this is my take on it. And what we do is we create 10, 15, maybe 20 videos if you have the capacity. Most Christian schools love doing stuff like this. Testimonials, behind the scenes look at how the school program's there, the lunch program, all this cool stuff. And then you can have people who watch more than 50% of the video tagged as another conversion. I like time on page as well. So let's say pages with a lot of information. Anybody on the page for a minute or longer would be a conversion. So that's another conversion. Multi-page visits. So people who visit 3+ pages in a single session would be another conversion that I optimize for. And then returning visitors within a 7 to 10 day period is another optimization I would go for. And then you could layer all of them. So you can create an audience that has multi-page visits, returning visitors, time on page, video percentage views, and downloads. And likely you'll build up dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of conversions per month that will help you get more and more refined audiences from Google. This is just how I've done it. I've had huge success while executing this kind of plan. And the only tip I would give on stair-stepping conversions is setting up the conversions correctly. When you set up a conversion for each one of those events, they each need their own conversion. Switch the value to no currency set, and depending on which one of those conversions, add a number from 1 to 7 or 1 to 5, however many conversions you have. So in this case, let's say we have 7 potential conversions. The most high value one for us is going to be download. Somebody giving us their email and name, and then they get a download document. So that's a 7. So we'd put a 7 in a conversion column. Let's say our least valuable conversion is multi-page visits in a single session, right? We'll put a 1 to that and then fill out the spaces 2 to 6 in between. Then when Google goes out there, it could bid accordingly over time, knowing that 1 is your least desired conversion and 7 is your highest desired conversion. It can use it as if it was a value from purchases before. And we can then set conversion values or return on ad spend bidding depending on how many of these you execute against. And I'll tell you from my experience, having a download, percentage views, and so forth, we can get hundreds of conversions in a given month, and to really start developing custom audiences that Google can repeatedly deliver to us. I've had great success. I've seen it kick in about day 45, day 60, depending on some variables like where the school is and how long it is before parents have to make a decision. But this is how I would approach it, and I have done it, and it's been uber successful for me. If you found this helpful, please let me know. You can subscribe below to all the questions that I answer throughout the week. And as always, thank you so much and happy marketing.